Well, now the craziest thing ever happened this weekend, guys, and I hope you've seen that, which basically Trump announcing a crypto reserve, mentioning XRP, Solana, Cardano, and later on Bitcoin and Ethereum. We've seen the market bouncing like crazy. Now the question remains, is this a sustainable pump? What's gonna happen next from here? Is this the actual low that I discussed as well on the previous video, where it doesn't miss whenever we touch that VWAP? Is this it? Are we gonna finally see a bullish March and a bullish year and finally start that well anticipated altcoin season that we basically see happen, or we've seen in 2017, 2021, and the one that we're waiting for in 2025? So this is what we're gonna talk about in today's video. Sit tight, relax, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. So there is a lot to unpack here, guys, but the most important is what happened when the announcement came out. Now, right after the tweet, we've seen actually Bitcoin pumping. Now, for Bitcoin to pump on a weekend, on a Saturday night, where you have your ETF providers like BlackRock, they're out, they're having dinner, they're not in front of their computers, they're not really buying anything, they're not taking orders from their clients. Big large institutions are as well doing the same thing. Big whales are as well not actually buying off a news from Twitter. They're not doing that. So who actually did buy this thing? And this is the most important here. This is what we really want to pay attention to, and I'm pretty sure nobody on YouTube is talking about this, is who did buy this pump here. So this was not a buy the rumor, sell the news, because there were no rumors basically, or pretty much the market had the rumors about the reserves, and it already got priced in, right, with the pump, with Trump inauguration and everything. But then it got sold off. So that was the sell the news. So the news actually got sold off. We sold off the news, but who sold the news? That's the most important. So as I said, now people that like BlackRock and institutions are not buying on a Saturday. Basically, they follow the market usually, like they do follow the SPX, they do follow the Wall Street schedule, 9 to 5 from Monday to Friday. That's their schedule. They don't really rush to their offices on a Saturday night to buy or ape any coin. They don't do that. So who did actually buy Bitcoin and ETH and Cardano and Solana and XRP? Well, those are your retail. So why is it important for us that actually the retail is buying and not institutions? Well, basically because usually the market tops when all the retail has bought. So think about it this way: when you have everybody that could buy or could have bought in already, including institutions, there is nobody else to come and buy to pump the price. So basically, for the price to pump, we need more people to buy. And since there are no more people left to buy, that's usually the top, and the market has to sell off, and everybody has to start selling for the market to start again. And that's what caused a bear market. But this pump here is telling us that people are sidelined. Literally, there are so many people that are sidelined, that did not buy or invest, and especially retail on a Saturday, that are still on the fence around cryptos, or pretty much they sold either the tops, or they sold here, or they sold anywhere here. And those people are sidelined, and they jumped right back into these coins, right back, started buying. This is almost $350 billion, guys. Over $350 billion flowed back into the total crypto market cap over the weekend, pushing the market cap to $3 trillion. So that's huge. That's big. This is usually what we want for an altcoin season to happen. We don't want to see things like bullish news and then the market not moving. This usually signals that everybody that wanted to buy already bought. And some of you feel the same way. When you see a dip, you feel like, I already bought everything. I don't have enough cash to buy the dips. I already bought all the dips. So usually we don't want everybody to be in that situation where everybody bought the dips already. So now what we see from this pump here is that a lot of people are sidelined and still on the sidelines, and they haven't bought, and they're waiting for this bullish news. And that's what caused this massive pump on a Saturday. Now it is very normal to see a retrace. That's what we're seeing today. So we're seeing a retrace now back, but what I want to touch on is the same thing like I said on the video, on my previous videos, the view up. Usually whenever we bounce from this view up, we never come back to that price. Now this is the Germany selling point here, 49k. We never came back to it. We had a retest, let's say, or the price kind of went back down for that final shakeout before the rally. We can see the same thing happen here, where the price will pull back a little bit and then we see the final rally putting another all-time high. Now this is also very important, and that's why also this is very bullish as well, is that if Bitcoin pulls another all-time high from here, this will shut all the bears up, because a lot of people are saying this is a left translated cycle, which basically the top is in and that's it, we're over, we're going down. This also is reflected on altcoins. That's why altcoins are not very bullish now, and they're not pumping. Is because the market thinks we're topped, and we think the market thinks we have a left translated cycle, and what we usually have is a right translated cycle, which usually we have an altcoin season on the post halving year, which is 2025. So that's another thing to look forward to, is that if actually Bitcoin comes back up and put a new all-time high, that's another buy pressure that is coming to the market. That's very important. So I do think we're gonna see another all-time high on Bitcoin, causing another altcoin season, and the actual major one. So this is others against Bitcoin, which is basically others against Bitcoin. It shows you whenever we have an altcoin season or not. Now we haven't seen that astronomical pump since basically 2021. We had few, and we had one here. This is the 2023, end of 2023, 2024 March top peaked here, and the last one we had is this one, which is basically the December Trump win, Trump pump. This was it. This is how small it is compared to actually altcoin seasons. And you can imagine now here, back in the days here, guys, in 2023 or the end of 2023, we've seen coins like Pepe going from $200 million to billions of dollars in its market cap, Bonk, Floki, other coins, basically in this tiny little block here. You see this tiny pump. Now this is compared this to actually 2021 and 2017. It is nothing compared to those. That's why I have this 2025 bull altcoin season, very big and large here, and this is the one that we're waiting for actually to happen. Now this is looking more and more and more likely to happen, and since now we're seeing now a lot of people are sidelined, this also strengthens my confidence into it happening, as we see now a lot of people are sidelined, pushing the price on a Saturday, right? And we have now something to keep in mind, is that Trump, a lot of people said that the Bitcoin reserve, they're going to be only Bitcoin for crypto reserves. But now Trump said, now we want an altcoin season. We want XRP, Solana, and Cardano, and ETH, and Bitcoin, and others, he says, actually. Those are going to be cryptos that are going to be on the crypto reserves, and there might be more. And that's what we see here as well. Obviously, BTC and ETH as other valuable crypto assets. So he left the door open for speculation, which is basically what drives altcoins to start pumping. It's the speculation aspect of it. Like when you see something like, oh, this coin is going to get listed on this exchange, or this coin is going to get an ETF. But now we have another catalyst, which is, or another speculative driver or speculation driver, which is the reserves, the crypto reserves. Now this might happen, this might not happen, this might take a year or two to actually get approved, but what we care about is that the market will think it's gonna happen and will speculate on it actually happening, which will not price in the price in the charts, and which will keep us speculating of it for it to happen, and will keep driving the markets into buying up coins, because we never know, some of them might get a crypto strategic reserve. So that's very big. That's a catalyst for an altcoin season, and that's what we've seen finally here, like Trump actually igniting that actual season, saying what he said now. Now, as I said, from a fundamental and from a chart point of view, if we just disregard the news and see what the market told us here, the market basically told us that many people are sidelined, and many people have cash on the side waiting for anything bullish to start buying. And that's what we're seeing now. We're seeing this actual pump on a Saturday. Now we're seeing the retrace, and that is basically people logging in on a Monday. So that's either institutions or users on exchanges or hedge funds de-risking, or basically retail, because they are like that. Retail basically can buy on a Saturday night and wake up on a Monday and think, oh shit, what have I done, and start selling again. But most importantly, we're back within this range. Now we need to see Monday. Monday usually is a volatile day. We need to see how this is gonna form and how this is gonna play out. Also with the monthly candle, also it's a new month, so there's gonna be a lot of volatility. But thanks to this announcement, we got some fresh capital coming back in, 350 billion to be exact, coming back into the crypto space, pushing the prices back up and giving us that much needed boost. Now a lot of people as well on Twitter are going to be calling for, this is a dead cat bounce, this is going to go lower, this is not going to happen. But what we need to know from this price action is the pump happened by retail. So these are not institutions trying to manipulate the price or market makers trying to manipulate the price or anything like that. These are actually retail that bought in. It's a pure organic pump, let's say. That's what we call it. An organic pump is usually not a manipulative pump or anything like trying to bear trap people or bull trap. It's nothing like that. This is actually a retail driven pump, which usually can see continuation by institution and market makers basically trying to mark up the prices here for retail FOMO to kick back in. So basically, if let's say you are a market maker and you want to increase the prices here, all you gotta do is push a little bit up here to mark prices above these previous highs to get retail to even FOMO even more. And if you want to make even more money, and if you are an exchange and you're trying to get people to trade more and buy more and earn on fees, you want them to see this price breaking back up here, marking a new all-time high, and this will cause FOMO and save your business if you are an exchange, market maker and all that, because you already got basically free cash, free pump, organic pump on a Saturday without needing to actually use your own capital as a market maker or whatnot to pump the price. But this is complicated, but this is basically what's happening whenever we see organic pumps. That's a bullish thing. It's usually not a bad thing to see an organic pump instead of let's say an artificial pump. This is by far not an artificial pump, which usually would be or happen on a Monday like we see today. Today the dump, this red candle here is not 100% organic, you might say, because now institutions and everybody's back at the office and doing what they do. And most importantly, if we look at now other altcoins, let's say like ETH now, which shows us something very important. If you can see it here, you can let me know. But what we see is that we're bouncing off the range lows. So if I know anything about ranges, is that they do range until they're broken. So price can keep ranging here until it's broken. But now we bounced off the actual lows, which actually tell us that we might see the price coming back to the range highs, which is around 4K. This is important, especially to ETH, because you know, guys, when ETH pumps, our altcoins on ETH start to pump as well. So that's very important. The bullish thing here, guys, is that we bounce off the range low. That's important. Usually when we bounce off a range low, it means we're going to target the range high here. So the same thing on XRP, Solana, Cardano, even Cardano, actually one of the biggest pumps. XRP as well, a big pump, still pumping above its previous all-time high, 2021 all-time high. And we've seen this massive pump as well on XRP. As I said, now XRP is a large market cap as well as ETH. It does take a lot of cash to pump these. So these were all organic pumps. So all these people had all that cash on the side and they were not buying the dips, right? That's what these charts are telling us. These guys are not buying the dips, but they did now. They did buy. And this tells us that these people still have money to sustain a bull market. This is basically what we need to know. The top is not in. The top is in when nobody has cash to buy. That's when the top is in. Now look at Cardano. This is actually impressive for Cardano as well. But honestly, it was marking some sort of a range low here, or some sort of a driver to come back, reclaim the previous range here. So that's what actually happened. But the pump on Cardano was crazy. And as well because it was the most shocking one. So Cardano was the least favorite one, and it's a 2x pump literally on a weekend. So Cardano is the least favorite. XRP, we could say a lot of people like XRP, Solana, ETH, but Cardano is the least expected. So usually with market, the least expected outcome is the one that causes the most pumps. So whenever an asset is too undervalued and a lot of people are not looking at it, whenever it gets any bullish catalyst, it does pumps the best. It does pump the best, basically, and that's what we're seeing with Cardano now. So Cardano now seen a major pump. Now you can see how much people were on the sidelines and how much money they had with just these pumps here. So that just tells me that the top is not in, especially for altcoins. The altcoin season is still gonna happen. You can see it now. You can see how much people are sidelined and that cash is on the sides. Cash is ready. Cash wants to invest, but the cash is still scared. Right. So if we look at the fear and greed index, it never fails. Now it's coming back up. Now cash is coming back into the market, starting to feel less fear. It's still on the fear, but less fear. Now you can see that this actually went as low as 10 and now back to 40. This is the lowest amount of fear ever, and as I said on the previous video, this is usually the best buying time, and now it played out perfectly. We're back up at 40. Now it's still undervalued, still on the fear side. It's still as fearful as in summer, and as in the best time to buy ever is when that September 2023 or summer 2023 basically. Now you can see fear, cash is in the market, but it's fearful and it's slowly trying to come back in, This will cause FOMO. Keep in mind, this also is how a bull market should start, or an altcoin season should start. Now, before, what we used to see is that Bitcoin pump, then ETH, then we start to see XRP, BNB, Sol, Cardano, Doge. These top 10 coins starts to pump. But since 2023, what we started seeing is that Bitcoin is in its own pumping, and then we see memes pumping, and then since pump.fun, we stopped seeing really memes pulling those major gains. We started seeing total degeneracy in the market, and the market is not sustainable that way. What we want to see is that Bitcoin pump is then top 10. Then when the market feels very bullish and too much FOMO in the market, that's when we see the established meme coins. That's the most important. That's why I always talk about established meme coins and not the pump fun thing. So every meme coin, especially the low cap memes, those are the ones that actually provide most of the gains. Those that survived this far are gonna make some crazy gains as soon as the actual rotation happens, because now we're probably looking at a healthy rotation from Bitcoin to top 10, from the top 10 to the memes, and especially the established memes. That's what's gonna play out. We're gonna have other narratives play out, but since 2023, basically, you cannot beat memes. Basically, they were the biggest gainers since 2023, and they are gonna continue being the biggest gainers. If I'm betting on gains, I'm betting on memes. Basically, that's what I'm doing. So that's about it here, guys. Now this news is probably gonna cause a lot of turmoil as well. A lot of people are gonna call for retraces. They're gonna call for dead cat bounce, as they've been saying. You can see now this far, all these influencers that were bearish, they were wrong since 2023. Basically, everybody that was bearish was wrong this far, and they keep being wrong for being bearish, and they're gonna keep being wrong until they stop being bearish, and that's when the market will reverse. And one thing as well to keep in mind to stay bullish ahead is we have the White House to host first crypto summit. This is probably something building up, or the build up for what we've seen here so far, and this could be like the teaser of what's gonna be about this crypto summit. And we're seeing now like Trump teasing what's gonna happen, and this is happening, by the way, on the 7th of March. So it is happening this week. We want to keep an eye on this. So that's another narrative to look forward to. That's also another reason I don't think this pump here will completely sell off. We're probably going to see a bullish week going for us here, as the market starts to speculate what's going to happen here, what kind of things are going to happen, what they're going to talk about. So this pump is not going to go anywhere. This pump is staying with us this week, probably, most likely. So it's definitely a red Monday. The market is cooling off from a Saturday, also the disbelieve in all that, but we're definitely gonna see this pump sustained for a while, especially this week with the White House coming. Now, another thing I want to add before I end this video. Now, Trump has been delivering for everything he was saying or he promised, and one thing he was talking about is the rate cuts, and especially Trump wants the Feds to start cutting rates. This is one of the things also that has not happened yet, and I don't think it is priced in the market, right? And probably will cause another altcoin season, or the main one. This is basically what I'm waiting for, and I'm seeing the market not looking at, as the market now is looking at this pump as a fake news or fake pump or not gonna last. I'm looking at what can make this pump last, or what's the market not looking at today. So Trump has been delivering on everything he was promising, and we still have the rate cuts. He does want those rate cuts to go down. He does want that. So this is something that the market is not pricing in as well. After this White House hosting crypto summit, we probably might see people talk about this. Now, you've seen it here first, but this is something I'm looking at as well when it comes to others against Bitcoin and the 2025 altcoin season. As you all know, rate cuts need to actually drop for us to see a sustained bull market, sending our meme coins to the moon. So stay strong, hold strong. We do have a very bullish outlook this far for 2025. Thank you so much for watching today's video till the end, and we'll see you on the next one. Cheers.